Kia ora everyone, I'm Aidan. No mai, haere mai. Welcome to the New Zealand backcountry. The time is 11:30 and I've got just under 3 hours before a tropical cyclone makes its way to New Zealand. I don't have a shelter, so I've got to make my own. I'm going to be cooking some delicious food and hopefully staying warm and dry tonight. Stay tuned because the weather's supposed to be hectic. Oh no, here comes the rain. How good's this? Wanted to do some foraging this video. Wild blackberry. Problem is they're a big pest here in New Zealand. They're taking over the bush and they're real spiky. Tastes good though. So this is kawa kawa. You might have seen it in one of my previous videos, but you can eat this stuff. It's really good for joint relief, pain relief, sort of, so kind of achy bones. Now, because I'm expecting some overnight rain, I've got to choose my camp spot wisely. I don't want to be too close to the river, just in case the rain is proper torrential and it rises and takes out my camp. So I've got to choose a nice flat spot with hopefully a lot of dead trees around, which I can use to create my shelter. So if you're ever walking in New Zealand, you're likely to come across some of these. This is a possum trap. So here in New Zealand we've got a number of native bird species that are all endangered because back in the 1900s these species of rodents were introduced: rats, cats, possums and deer, pigs, etc. But obviously New Zealand was just a perfect environment for them, so they took off, and now we've got a huge problem because they're killing all the native birds. So these traps are designed to lure them in. There's like peanut butter, bit of licorice and sometimes a little ping pong ball designed to resemble a egg, and then basically they walk in there through this little hole, and then there's basically just a rat trap in there that just goes really humane, kills them pretty much instantly. Oh, here's a good example. They use ping pong balls to imitate eggs, so that the possums come in and they see the ping pong ball and go, oh yep, that's dinner, go in, and then they just get slammed by the trap. To be fair, I might have spied my spot to camp. That area over there looks really flat out of the water, but there's perfect drinking water access and yeah, all sorts, so I might scope that place out. I think this might be it. Just have to clear sort of some of this debris out of the way. Then it'll be an epic spot for a shelter. I can feel the humidity increasing rapidly, so I don't have long to get this shelter set up. Time to whip out my secret weapon. A little camping saw blade. I'm going to cut a notch into this already dead branch of the tree. Should have just bought power tools. It's hard work, this whole shelter building business. I have a lot of respect for the people on the TV show Alone, because I've got to do this for 100 days. And also channels like Sander Budnick doing this on a regular basis for fun. What the heck, man? Just kidding, I am having a lot of fun. It's going to be great when the shelter's built. Here's a rear look at behind the scenes. Got it tied on there with my shirt. Kiwi ingenuity. Yeah, boy. Okay, time to put the roof on. Okay, nice. I'm just going to cut a couple of the leaves off this plant here. Right, now what I'm going to do, now that I've got 3 strands, is I'm going to plait it. So I'm going to tie off this end up here, and then I'm going to work my way down. So if you don't know how to plait, it's pretty simple. So you get the 3 strands, and one of them is going to be in the middle, and you basically just cross the outer one into the middle. You sort of, with this thicker stuff, I'm folding it over, and then now this one's in the middle, and you grab the other outer, the opposite outer one, and you fold it into the middle, and then you repeat. So that right one into the middle, left one into the middle, right one into the middle, left one into the middle, and so on and so forth, until you're all the way to the bottom, and then you tie it off. And then yeah, just like that. Got a bit of a rope we can use, and that's really strong. And then so I'm just going to loop that around and then tie it off. Righto, steady as. Now this knot I just used to tie it on there is my signature knot. I call it looping it around a bunch of times until it's steady enough to stay put. This tarp is absolutely ridiculous. It's 4x4. It sleeps like 13 people under it. Righto, here's my little peg. So I just whittled it with my little pocket knife. Anyone who was ever a kid before knows the satisfaction of making a little spear. Might hammer it down with a rock in a little bit, but for now that's pretty good. Give you the tour. So basically here's the front door. Inside it's very cozy. We've got quite a lot of room under here, to be fair. Oh dear, look what's happened. Oh dear, had a leakage. Well, this container is not leak proof. It's got my mince in there for dinner, but all the mince juice leaked all through it. Luckily everything's sort of in a sealed container, but yuck. So for lunch, got some double cream brie that I'm going to cook over the fire. I'm going to put some pepper and me's hot honey sweet sash on there, and sprinkle some hot honey over the top like that, and then grind. Now to go with this delicious meal, I've just got some crackers. Gotta be one of the most gourmet foods I've had out in the bush. Oh, that's good. Currently just reading Shackleton. Story about that guy that got lost in Antarctica with his crew, but they miraculously all survived. It's a good book. Highly recommend. I'm going to go journey up the trap line. I'm going to mark my camp on the map just in case. And yeah, just cruise on up, see if we can get a good view somewhere along the line. That canopy is so far up. I had no idea that this sort of bush was around. But this might be the end of the line. Here comes the rain. Finally, it's supposed to be raining all day, but it's only just started at 4 o'clock. It's always the way. It's time for dinner. Gonna be cooking cheeseburger loaded roast potatoes. I'm absolutely looking forward to this. First of all, I'm going to cook the mince. Now, seasoning for the mince is going to be blow my coals. Sprinkle it in there liberally. Shine some light on that, look at that, that's delicious looking. Now I've just added reduced cream in there. Time for the main ingredients. So I've just got this Colby cheese here. I'm going to break it up and put it in. Oh yeah, now that is some delicious cheese sauce. I roasted these potatoes this morning. So all we should need to do is just heat them up. Now apologies for the real bad lighting, but it's quite hard to do in a soaking wet shelter. But here are the potatoes. And finally, add the mince. Oh my goodness. Get a load of that. So good. Oh man. Righto, I feel like a bit of dessert. That happens so fast. Oh, we're going to load it to one of these cookies. I'm going to squish a bit of chocolate in there. Oh yeah boy, look at that. And obviously that tastes great. This is genuinely the colour of the water. It looks like piss. Oh my days, why is that so yellow? No wonder it tastes like dirt. Very hot and it tastes like dirt. Oh dear. Righto, had my coffee, so not much else to do but pack on up and head out of here. So I'm gonna get all my stuff in the pack and then gonna have to take this off, pack down the shelter, and then I'm not even gonna try to put it back in the bag. I'm just gonna wear it over the top of my pack because it's just gonna be soaking wet. Had that weka sort of just invade camp for the last couple of hours. Who knows what he got up to while I was asleep. But weka look quite similar to kiwi. The only difference being they have a shorter beak. They look more like a moa, and they come out during the day, whereas kiwis come out during the night. Wekas are more carnivorous. They are going for eggs and other sort of young birds, and they're actually quite a problem. The populations are just prolific. They're a native bird, so we can't exactly like kill them, but they're also killing all our other native birds like the kiwis, they're stopping them because there's just too many of them. So it's an interesting problem to try tackle. I've officially run out of excuses. Time to pick up the tarp. Time to get out of here. Here's a bit of a pro tip for anyone going hiking. Because the packs are so heavy, you don't want that weight on your shoulders. So they always come with a bit of a waistband. So you want to clip that and tighten it, and then bend your back. I mean, that's a bit exaggerated, but so that all the weight is sort of sitting on your hips. Because otherwise it just like eats at your shoulders and you end up with problems. That was a bit curious. It's an absolute swamp. This whole place is just quickly going underwater. My rain jacket seems to have reached the end of its life. It's not doing anything. Well, before I get to the main track, I'm just going to wrap it up here. So if you watched to the end, thank you so much. It really means a lot. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe and hit the bell, because you'll be notified as soon as I upload a new video. Hopefully got some more content coming soon over the next few weeks. Yeah, be sure to check out the other videos too. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Laters. I just got home. Lucky I wasn't out in that.